replay, feel free to fast forward through the beginning part here, because that's always the boring part as I wait for people to join. But we are going to be unboxing a really cool steampunk style dip pen that I just bought. It's like a feather pen. So I'm excited about it. I was going to try it out and I figured let me do it on live first. So just fast forward if you're watching the replay until we get to the fun part. I'm just hanging out waiting for some people to join. I should have some music playing in the background. All right, see some people hopping on. Hey Chantel, how are you? You're back. Thanks for joining again. These are kind of this is my third YouTube live, so we're just learning here and trying to gear up. So it's kind of a slow go waiting for people to join. Hey Tara. All right, wait, let me see if I can get my comments on my computer because it's hard. It's always hard to see on my phone. So hang on a sec. And I'm just gonna say again, if you're watching the replay, just fast forward through this part. This part is always not fun to watch on a replay. All right, awesome. So let's see if I can see the comments. Great. So I see Chantel and Tara. Awesome. I'll wait a couple more minutes for a few more people to join. While we're waiting, if you want to just, I don't know, tell me if you're a lefty or righty, where you're watching from. I'm actually going to post the link to this pen in the comments while we're waiting. I had posted, actually, so here's the story. I had a dip pen, this Quill, this like teal color Quill dip pen, maybe like last year or the year before. And I did a video. It's actually one of my shorts. If you look at my channel, it's pinned at the top because it got like a ton of views. And I was like, geez, I want to play with that pen again. You would not believe I scoured my whole like office looking for it and could not find it anywhere. So I was so bummed out and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a new one. They're not very expensive. This one was, I think like maybe $15, $16 on Amazon. And I just put the link in the comments. So, all right, so let's just get started. And let me know in the comments too, if you've ever tried one of these before. So this brand is called, I don't know if this is the brand or not. I don't even know how to say that. No Poino? No idea, but it's a really cool box. And it was this steampunk style. Not sure if you're familiar with that, but I thought it was so cool. They had different colors too. So I grabbed the purple one. I thought it was very, very cool. So this is what it looks like. So pretty. It seems like fairly well made. It's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, well, I could see the glue right there. So it's not, I mean, you get what you pay for. It was what did I say? 16 bucks. So, but that's really pretty. I love that. Can't wait to try it. And then let's see, they also give you another just pretty basic dip pen, the same type, or I'm sorry, like the same tip. They look very similar, the tips. And then I think this is a letter opener, I guess. And let me just preface with, I am no expert at this kind of stuff. Like I don't use dip pens very much, but I think they're really fancy and I like to play with them. So I figured I would get this. So it comes with this little holder as well. And then of course they do give you ink with this one. Now at the end, I am going to show you, if you're interested, if anybody wants to see, I have a bunch of really nice Dr. P.H. Martin calligraphy ink. Like I have 2 big things of this, so we can look at that as well and see how it works with the dip pen. If you'd like, just let me know. And then of course they give you a bunch of there's 6 different tips here that you can try. I see like the one is like kind of almost like this flat edge, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like a chisel tip. I don't know what you guys think of that. Let me know in the comments. Do you like doing, the flat edge, like chisel tip like that? I'm not a huge fan of it, but I should give it a try because I really haven't tried it either. So it's not really a fair judgment. Okay, so let's open this up. Of course, ink always gets messy here, so I'm sure I'll have it all over my hands. In fact, I'm going to get a paper towel and we're going to just take this top off with a paper towel. Okay, so let's just put that off to the side. And then I'm going to put this on another, I already have it on my nail. Awesome. All right, so well, this is what this is meant for, so let's do that. All right, there's our ink. We'll put that off to the side. So I have, for paper, I just grabbed one of my Rhodia notebooks here. So the front is just, this is a really good brand of paper to use for brush pens, and also for, you know, regular pointed nibs or like dip pens like this. I think Rhodia is like a really good bet. It's like just like more high quality paper. Okay. I'm trying to move the ink thing out of the way. So let's try this out. I'm going to take this ribbon off because I just feel like it's going to be in the ink pretty soon. All right, so bear with me, guys. Let's see here. Oh, and I'm a lefty, by the way, if anyone didn't know that already. Now you do know it. It's a little more tricky for lefties, but it's possible. So yeah, I don't know if usually people like put this in something else to dip it in. I'm just kind of going right into the jar. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not, but let's try this out. So again, let me just see how I want to hold this. I'm gonna come down. I think I could probably hold it normal. It's not the same as a pointed pen where I have to kind of be underneath it. Yeah, this is nice. It's really smooth. I like how it writes. Let me see if I could zoom in while I'm on here. I'm not sure if I could do that on here. Yes, I can. Cool. Hold on one sec. Move it this way so that I can move my paper over and you can see better. So yeah, it's a really nice flow. Let's see how long I can go without having to dip again. Now I did, okay, I thought maybe it would dry, but it's still working pretty good. I feel like it's starting to, no, maybe not. I thought maybe it was drying up. Let me know in the comments, like if you guys are dip pen experts or anything, or you have any comments or anything like that. Like I said, I don't use these too much. And I will say, if you don't know my background, I actually did not start with pointed pen. I'm not even really that great at pointed pen. I am all about brush pens or just regular hand lettering with, you know, like a bullet tipped marker or pen or pencil or something like that, you know, like faux calligraphy. I was always, believe it or not, I was intimidated, very intimidated by the word calligraphy. I'm a graphic designer. I've been graphic designer for about 18 years now, and I've always loved typography and stuff and lettering and all the things, but I don't know, I always felt like calligraphy itself was this thing where you had to be perfect with every stroke and you had to use like the pointed pen and there were all these rules, and it kind of scared me away for a long, long time. And then finally I kind of got into it where I realized that you can use brush pens. And I also learned the basics about all of your thick strokes being, all of your downstrokes being thick and all the upstrokes being thin. And that right there was a game changer for me. So I'm really all about brush pens. So I eventually want to get into pointed pen more. I've done it a little bit here and there, but so let me know what your preference is in the comments. I'm curious. Do you like, would you, you know, do you like brush pens? Do you like pointed pens? Do you like, you know, the modern calligraphy look? Or are you more about, you know, like a copper plate feel or like a more traditional style? So this is, I like it. I will say one thing I don't like is that Oops, I'm not in the camera. Like when I'm writing, let me zoom back out a little bit here. So when I'm writing, I don't know, like as I'm holding the pen, this part is like, I don't know, this part's bothering me. It's so pretty, but I feel like there's not a ton of room here for my hand to like comfortably, like for it to sit comfortably. And maybe it's just going to be like a little like learning curve or just getting used to it. But that was my first thought. It was kind of like this part like keeps kind of hitting my hand here and it's just getting a little bit annoying. Tara, okay, awesome. So you're a beginner starting out with the 8 basic strokes. That's awesome. Have you checked out the free course that I have with the basic strokes, or were you learning something like just somewhere else? Um, yeah, the basic strokes are where you want to start for sure. And they can be done with a brush pen or they can be done with a pointed pen if you want to get into the, if you want to go the pointed pen route, like a traditional calligraphy pen, if you will. But I like this. I do like this, how this writes. It's smooth. I think because what I'm also more probably used to practicing with is my glass pen. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with those or if you've seen any of my videos with those. But that one is more finicky. It's hard to get the ink to sort of flow nicely on the glass pen. So it's like I'm kind of constantly trying to like dip more and go back into it. So this is a lot smoother than that. It's actually really nice. So I definitely recommend. So I will show, let's look at some other inks other than black if you want to. And I can show you. So I got this a while back. This is Dr. P.H. Martin's, which is a really popular brand with all calligraphy stuff, I guess, but they have all the inks. So I have 2 big sets of these, all the different colors. It gets a little pricey. I think I got them. Let me see if I can zoom out anymore. Yeah. I think I got them when they were on sale or something, but these are really pretty because they're this like iridescent. They're all iridescent colors. Of course, I'll go with pink because that's one of my favorite colors. Never used to be, but I turned into kind of like a pink girl. Chantel, I'm shaking the whole camera. I have to shake this up so that so you can kind of see the like iridescent part is like not mixed in all the way. So you got to shake these really good. Yeah, so Chantel was saying you were trying to access the free tutorial the other day. Wasn't having luck. You know what? I do not get it. I've had a couple other people reach out and say that, and I think it must be, I don't know if the email, let me know what's going on. Like, are you not getting the email with the login information? Because that's what happened, I think, to someone else. And I'm thinking it's going to like spam or junk or something like that. So that might be the problem, but feel free to email me. My email address is on my, website and everything. It's just Tanya@TanyaLewandowski.com. And I will definitely hook you up there. I'm sorry that you're having trouble. I wish I knew what the problem was. Other than going to spam, I can't help that, but I wish I knew if there was like some other problem that I could help with. All right, guys, let's see. I need to find something too. I should have been more prepared with this. Give me one sec. I'm going to grab something to put the ink in. Let me see if this will work. No, what am I thinking? I could just, here, this is what we'll do. So I'm going to put this down. It's kind of like the ceramic dish that I use for ink. And let's see if I can just sort of drop it in there. This is how I do, this is what I do with my pointed pen if I'm using it. See how that works. And then of course we'll have to get the excess off, or maybe we don't. Yeah, it's gonna drip there. So I'll just kind of make sure that that excess bubble, there it is, comes off first. And then let's zoom in so you guys can see the detail of this pretty color. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, this is really hindering me. It's like, I feel like I can't get a comfortable grip on the pen, unfortunately, but I do really like this pen. We'll just do hello. Okay, so this ink is definitely not working the same. It's not flowing nice. So it looks like you probably have to dip more often maybe, which is weird because there's like a lot there. I think what it is this is not as thin, so it just doesn't flow as nice. Ah, that's a bummer because I love this ink. Here, let me see. I'm just gonna put a puddle here and see if I can sort of keep like dipping into it. Let's see how that works. I don't know with this Dr. Martin's calligraphy ink, I don't know if I could kind of like add some water to it to make it watery. Like, I don't know if that would ruin it or what. Maybe it's something to try. If anybody knows, let me know. Yeah, this is a bummer. See, this is reminding me more of like when I use my glass pen. It's like I'll go, you know, I'll get these like skips here and then I have to go get more ink and go back over it. So definitely depends on the ink you're using. So it's probably best to go with a more kind of traditional black calligraphy ink. But I'm determined to get this to work because it's just so pretty. All right, Tara, I'll check out what you were saying there in a sec. It just bums me out that there's issues with the with getting access. All right, this isn't too bad. It's not as smooth, but it's not too bad. This color is very like pastel. It's hard to see on camera, I think. So I'm just kind of adding in my fix. This is sort of like faux calligraphy because we're kind of writing the letters first in just a mono line, just a single line. And then I'm going back to each letter where the downstroke would have been. And I'm adding another stroke and then filling that in. So essentially, you know, the term that has been coined for that is called faux calligraphy or like fake calligraphy. And, you know, you're kind of like faking out calligraphy is what it comes down to. So it's just knowing where those downstrokes in each letter are. And then going back and adding it in. So like I said, I'm not really thrilled with how that kind of went on there, but look at that. You can see the iridescent, like the sparkly, it's so pretty. And all the colors are like that in those sets. I have like 2 big sets of them. So I just wanted to show you a different ink and try it out. I guess, let's see, who do we have? We have people left, so let's try, I'll try like one other nib while we're here. Oh, Nora. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll try it with the glass pen. Yeah, let's do the glass pen next then. That's the nice thing about not having a ton of people, you guys. I'll do whatever you're up for seeing. I think it's just fun to do these little like letter with me things, like kind of just hang out and letter. Let's find my glass pen. Hold on. I have about 4 of them because at one point I was using this a lot and I had a couple companies reach out and send me their pen to try out, but they're all pretty much the same. But this was the first one that I ever got. And it's just really pretty with the blue. So that's what it looks like before ink is added. Let me just zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. And let's try a different one of these. I'm not giving up on these guys. I know I've used this kind of ink with the glass pen before. So let's try a different color. So yeah, this is how it comes when it's sitting for a while. You'll see like the liquid is there, and then all of the like iridescent powder or whatever they use in it has all settled. So I need to really shake this for a while. So just hang out for a little bit. Put the ink in a thimble. You mean like a thimble for sewing? I don't have a thimble handy, but maybe that's the only thimble that I know of. Again, I am not a professional with like this kind of stuff, like inks and all that. So that might be a term that I'm just not familiar with. So let me know. So Tara, while I'm shaking this up, I'm going to read your comment. You were saying about signing up for the free course. Oh, you did get to sign up. Awesome. I hit show password to verify. Okay. So you were going to try it with the Crayolas that someone posted in the group. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can definitely try the lettering with Crayola. I would suggest either the broad tip Crayola marker, like the thicker marker, or you could even go with the super tip marker. So it's like a thinner barrel. I personally don't like to hold a really thick barrel in my hands. So the super tips are thinner, a thinner barrel. And then the tip is kind of has that shape. I can show you that quick too if you want to see that at the end. I have no problem staying on a little longer and kind of showing you how you can do it with a Crayola marker. Okay. Oh, you're so okay. Yeah, Nora, any little container for sure. Yeah, I don't have anything handy at the moment. Again, I should have been more prepared for this, but like I said. All right, so I'm just getting some of the ink here, and I'm just gonna kind of drip it on like this and see what happens. Let's get a little more. All right. So with my ink, with my glass pen, I always do this as well. Make sure that there's no like big glob that's gonna come out before I go to actually do my lettering. So there's the excess. And then I kind of use that little bit that came off. I kind of use that as like my well to kind of dip into. But let's see what this looks like. So I'm just gonna do, we'll just do love again. That's my go-to word. All right, not bad. So it looks like, no, I was gonna say maybe this stroke is a little thinner than the Quill pen, but I think it's probably pretty comparable. That was a way better flow than I had with the Quill pen. I wonder why. Yeah, I don't know. But we're still going. I don't have to dip yet. So yeah, with the glass pen, it just, it has like, you know, these like swirls in it, and like the gravity just kind of pulls the ink down. It's pretty neat. Looks like we're just starting to dry out now. Like I'm starting to rip the paper, so I'm gonna take a little more and add it on there. Let's see if I can get away with this without it blobbing. It's like sometimes you have to almost hold it straight up and down and wait for it to come down. So here it comes. and then watch that you don't, like almost watch the tip to see if there's any kind of blob coming. Like here comes the ink. So I'm going to start drawing with it quick. Oop, there it is. Messed it up. Yeah, so I should have waited to kind of let that blob come out. I've also used this glass pen with the homemade, like the handmade watercolors that you get. Like there's a ton of makers on Instagram and Etsy and all that. If you're, I don't know if you're familiar with what I'm talking about. They come in like the little half pans or like quarter pans, whatever they're called. But they're watercolor. You add the water, and then I've already like used. I just kind of dip a paintbrush in it, and then paint it onto the glass pen, and then use it that way. So that's also a way to do it. So that's the glass pen. Other than my smudge there. Awesome. So let me see if there's any other. Yeah, Tara, I love these colors. They're very, very pretty. They kind of come out pretty light though, like really like almost like pastel sort of, but they're not all like that. There's all different colors. So, okay, yes, Tara, I can get the Crayola. Oh, cool, Nora, you got a glass pen. Yeah, they're inexpensive, so it's like why not? It's worth trying it out. Okay, let me grab 2 Crayola markers. I have them right behind me, and then I could show you that quick. And then that will be it, unless you guys have anything else that you wanted to see or talk about. So give me a sec. Oh, let's see. Here we go. I have to try to find ones that are not chewed up or dried out, because I have I have a little girl, and these are from her set. So yep, that one's dried out. Hold on a sec. Found another stash. Thanks for hanging on for a sec here. So this is just a set of ultra clean washable markers. They have all different colors. It doesn't really matter, but let's see. Okay, yes. Let me just wipe this tip off here. It's like leaking a little bit. Oops. Okay. All right, so the way that you want to do, or that you can do, brush lettering or brush calligraphy with Crayola markers, it's going to be the same thing. You're still going to just get your thick strokes by pushing harder on your tip, and then you get your upstrokes, your thin upstrokes, by lifting up on the pressure. It's just that the tip itself is just like, it's almost like a cone shape sort of. Whereas a brush marker is going to be more of like, I don't know, like an elongated, like there's the difference. And this is flexible. This brush tip is flexible. So when you press down, you're getting, in fact, let me zoom in so you can see that. Okay, so you start out like this, and for your downstroke, you're just going to press and see how the whole tip just goes down. And then when you're doing your upstroke, you just use the tip, and you don't press as hard. You just press very lightly. So that's a brush pen. This specific one is a Stabilo brush pen. And then, so like when you're going to use the Crayola, this is what the difference is. So it's actually a little bit flexible. You can probably see it. you can see it move there. It gets kind of stuck though if I like, because I pressed too hard when I first started. But yeah, you can kind of see it move, but it's not going to be the same flexibility as the first brush marker that I showed you. So yeah, you just kind of press harder, and then same thing, you like just use the tip. You sort of have to like almost like angle it up a little bit more than normal to kind of just use the tip of it, but it works the same way. Let me zoom back out so I can start to make some strokes here. So let's do some basic strokes. It takes a little bit of getting used to if you're used to, like I'm used to using brush pens. So it's a different feel, but once you get used to it, it'll be better. It's really just about building up that muscle memory, building up the muscle memory and stuff. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments, guys. Hold on one sec. Oh, Nora, you saw that you're supposed to prepare the nib on a potato? I've never heard that before. I'm not sure what that's all about. That's funny. So yeah, this is how it works. I don't know if you have any questions, but it's pretty, it's a nice way to start if you don't want to be spending a lot of money. But you know, it is going to be a different feel than if you were to use a regular brush pen. So, and then I also have, these super tips here, which is what I was talking about. This is going to give you, a thinner barrel to work with. So you're not holding that like chunky, thick barrel. Oops. But it's pretty similar. You're not going to get as, thick of a downstroke with these because the tip is not, you know, it's just not as big. So instead, it's going to be like that. It's actually not even that far. It's not even that much of a difference, really, though. Let's kind of come in here. So the difference, actually, I think I might like writing with this better, and it's probably because it's thinner to hold, which I like. But yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I know it's kind of looks like it's frayed a little bit there. So there you go. Oh, that's funny, Nora, that you said you like the way that the tip sounds. Sometimes they're squeaking, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's funny, I just posted like a ASMR video of the brush like squeaking every time it went down. So it's the last YouTube short on my channel that I just posted. You'll have to check it out if you like that. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably end it here unless anybody else has anything else to add or ask. And yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and opening up my quill pen with me. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I definitely recommend getting one. They're fun to use. But like I said, I don't know if I would do, you know, this part is, I'm still getting used to. Not really a big fan of how it kind of interferes with the grip. But other than that, I thought it was very cool. So yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys again. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.